Thanks to 50s from Ross Whiteley and Tom Poynton, Derbyshire recovered from a mini collapse to restore parity on the penultimate day of their latest LV County Championship match at home to Essex. After Wednesday's washout, they resumed in their first innings on 28 for 3 in reply to Essex's 245, and that quickly became 32 for 4 when Wes Durston was given out caught behind off David Masters. Derbyshire have just struggled with the bat at the top of their order recently, but each time they've found someone with the character and determination to get them out of a scrape. On this occasion, it looked as if that might be Dan Redfern. Paul Borrington, who'd opened the innings and witnessed all 4 wickets fall from the other end, was also still there and battling hard for his runs, knowing the importance of every one of them, as Derbyshire aimed to get enough points to earn what many would consider to be an unexpected promotion. This pair weathered the early storm in adding 60 in 15 overs for the 5th wicket before Borrington on 42 gave the magnificent Masters his 4th wicket with an LBW. So the second division leaders were 5 down as Whiteley struck the boundary to bring up the 100. Yet more rain then took the players off for an early lunch, and on their return Masters continued to cause problems with his great skills. He picked up a 5th wicket for the 3rd time this season and for the 24th time in his career when David Wainwright decided to take him on and failed, chipping a catch to Graham Napier. That left Derbyshire in a spot of bother on 120 for 7, still 125 runs adrift of their opponents. All the bad weather around will not have disappointed them as they began this match well clear at the top of the table. But even with the summer we've had, they can't rely on the weather, and they still need to at least earn some bonus points. Both Glamorgan and Northamptonshire had led the table for a long time, only to miss out on promotion on the last day of the summer in the last couple of years. But Whiteley and Poynton were now trying to ensure that they at least kept their side right in this contest. A well-timed flick off his legs off Maurice Chambers brought Whiteley a maximum, and he later moved to an important half-century which had occupied 96 balls and had included 6 fours as well as that 6. Yet again, Derbyshire had found someone to get them out of a hole. They are a team which never knows when it's beaten. And that began to frustrate Essex, who were now convinced that they had at least broken through with a gloved pull from Poynton. Not so, according to the umpire. So the partnership between these two had taken the total past 200 for a batting point, and they put on 86 by the time that Whiteley was bowled by Tom Craddock for an excellent 56, but yet again Derbyshire's tail continued to wag. One of the reasons for that was Poynton. He added to his 100 in his last innings with another 50 here. It was the 3rd time he'd reached that mark in recent weeks, and you may just be viewing one of these stars of the future given his form of late. He's also scored his runs when they've been needed for his team. He was kept company by Tim Groenewald for 10 overs, and by the time the latter lost his middle pole to Napier, the deficit was only 5 runs. Mark Turner then celebrated his new deal with the club by taking his side into the lead and posting the 250 for another valuable point. But with the lead at 21, he was LBW to Craddock to leave Poynton unbeaten on 55 out of his side's 266 all out, Masters finishing with 5 for 51. Essex's own promotion aspirations are extremely thin, but to have any chance they have to win this game, which meant that they now had to go for it with the bat, and that's exactly what Tom Wesley did, as he played some stunning cricket shots, including taking 4 fours off 1 over from the former Essex man Tony Palladino. The deficit had just been knocked off in a flash when Groenewald found the edge of Jake Mickleborough's bat. He departed for 4. So in came O.A. Shah, and he hit the ball as if he had something against it. These were his only 2 boundaries in his 50-ball innings thus far, but boy, they were scintillating strokes from the former England man, who was now trying to get his side as far ahead before the close. But it was Wesley who did the most to do just that. His 50 came up off only 41 deliveries, 10 of which he'd crunched to the boundary. Clearly, he and his Essex team have not given up on promotion just yet, with others strutting around them in the table. Wesley will go again on the final morning on 51 with Shah on 26, and they've taken Essex to 85 for 1 to give them a lead of 64 runs, one they'll be trying to build on quickly on the last day.